So, it's New Year's Eve. I'm estranged from my family. Get some light up on this situation. I am really going through it. Like, yeah, it's New Year's Eve. Having a great time. Trying to pull it together. Just found out that one of my bazillion sisters is meeting with one of my other bazillion sisters. It's New Year's Eve and they're gonna hang out and they're gonna like eat food and feel good and have such a good time. And I know it's my own fault that I'm not there. Like, honestly, I've tried and tried and tried and tried, and I finally gave up. And now that I've given up, they're all like, oh, we're all gonna hang out and like see my mom for the first time in 100 years. And I just spent August with my mom and it was very challenging. I live in New Mexico and I went to Tennessee right before Hurricane Helene, which is weird. The area that I was in was pretty much decimated by Helene. Not where my mom lives, and I'm not sure where my sister lives because we don't speak anymore because she was such a fucking psychotic nightmare mess screaming Mimi that I actually fled. It's a funny story. Funny, not funny. I hadn't seen my sister in the flesh in 10 years since my dad died. I moved home to help my dad die. I mean, that sounds weird. I moved home to be his night, day, everything nurse as much as I could. I mean, I did what I could. Anyways, things went cray-cray. It was long. So it was a hard road to hoe. And that was like 10 years ago. 2015, I believe. Anyways, I just went back in August to see and meet up and fall in love with and be part of my sister's life. And I'm laughing because I'm nervous and frankly horrified, but I plan to spend all of August there. I live in New Mexico. It's 100,000 degrees, so I thought, August, fuck this bullshit heat wave. And I'm going to go and spend time with my sister, who's the love of my life. Love of my life. I thought my twin soul. I thought who I was going to grow old with and make a life with and all that stuff. And yeah, so I hadn't seen her in 10 years, and she picked me up from the airport. It started out like, oh yeah, I'm gonna see my mom, and oh yeah, maybe I'll see her. I saw my mom a few months earlier, and I didn't include my sister. It's the first time I ever visited, or I didn't include this biatch. It was the best vacation of my life. Like, oh, I can do this. And I made plans to come back, and my sister's like, yeah, I'll pick you up from the airport and then we'll go from there, and then you can just like, come with me, be with me, and have a holiday, swimming, picnicking. We're gonna braid our hair and we're gonna do hair masks and we're gonna like hike and we're gonna swim or we're gonna do all the stuff. And I hadn't talked to her for the most part of leaning towards 10 years, and it sounded so good, and she seemed so kind, and I was so ready, even though I've been having a nervous breakdown since my dad died. I don't know what it is, but like his death really fucking inside my soul, and I barely wanted to like move on. But yeah, I went back in August, and within, like, I would say 5 to 8 hours, it became very clear that this was not the place for me. It was not. So, shit went down. I won't go into it, but I will, but just not tonight. It's New Year's Eve. Christ, I don't have it in me. So I literally waited for her to fall asleep, and I packed up my belongings, what I could find, and I shook her, and she was like sleeping in a different room. It's a long story, I won't get into it, but I shook her. I couldn't roust her or her person that she was cuddling with, her man cub that was giving her support emotionally. Couldn't roust them, and so I called a mother effing Uber. I Ubered my ass to my mom's house, an hour away, 45 minutes away. And grant you, I did not have money. I was having a nervous breakdown. I went there on my last tic-tac worth of calories worth of energy that I had, and I went there, and things escalated so fast that I waited for her to fall asleep, and I took an Uber to my mother's house, and then I proceeded to have like 48 hours of I don't even know what to call it, except for that I had like an emotional breakdown. Like, I lost all sense of self. I didn't know why I was there, or what was going on, or what the point was. But my mother received me sweetly, her and her sweet lover man, and I was devastated after 10 years of not being around my sister. One of 4. Yeah, one of 4. God, I don't even know where to begin, but things got really effed up really quick. Took a couple of weeks for me to like calm the F down, and then I overgave and overpleased and over everything. I ended up throwing my back out, which I used to do in my mid to late 20s. I would throw my back out and not be able to walk and be like on my back and like incapable of wiping my own ass, as it were. My sweet mother and I, like, it was hard times. And my sister, let me just tell you, sister, if you're watching this, you're the utmost. See you next Tuesday. You told me never to speak to you again, and that, my darling, I will. But yeah, I'll tell this whole story, beginning, front, center, end. I have so much to tell. It's such a great story. We'll just start with that. It's New Year's Eve, and I just want to say Happy New Year's Eve, and my goddess and God and Jesus and Mary and Joseph and all the saints, may they align to make 2025 a better mother effing year, because this has been a hard row to hoe. It's New Year's, but it feels like old years. I'm doing the best I can, but frankly, I'm not really sure how to proceed, except to tell my story. I'm just going to start telling my story. You know, I've been holding it. Oh, hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Okay, fine. My cat is like, don't touch me ever. I've been holding these stories in for so long. I think it's why I've actually been so mentally unwell. but I think I'm ready to tell the stories. I'm going to let the whole truth and nothing but the truth come out, and we'll see where it lands. We'll see how people like it. There's so much to tell. There's so much to tell. I think you'll be intrigued. Stay tuned. We got this. 2025 is our year. Booyah! Mwah!